What is going on, YouTube? Today we are going to be going over a turn 2 to 3 win Infect deck that can consistently win by turn 2 or 3, and it's even on a budget. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, just a quick breakdown of the deck. We have 20 basic forests, 12 total creatures, and 28 spells. And for any of those of you who don't know what Infect or poison counters are, let me give you a real quick explanation. Infect is, this creature deals damage to creatures in the form of -1/-1 counters, and to players in the form of poison counters. Now, what are poison counters? If a player gets 10 or more poison counters, that player is eliminated from the game, no matter how much life they have. It's like an alternate win. Alright, starting off our Infect creatures, we have Blight Mamba. For a converted mana cost of 2, colorless in a forest, we have a 1/1 snake with Infect, and if you pay colorless in a forest, you can regenerate Blight Mamba. Super helpful for keeping him alive and helping us get that turn 3 win. Next up, we got Glistener Elf. For just 1 forest, we get a 1/1 Elf Warrior with Infect. Super helpful to get that turn 2 win because it combos with literally every other card in our deck. Itch or Claw Myrrh. A 2 colorless for a 1/1 Myrrh Infect creature. It says whenever Itch or Claw Myrrh becomes blocked, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Alright, starting off our spells. For first, we have Scale Up. For just 1 forest, it's a sorcery with until end of turn, target creature you control becomes a green worm with base power and toughness 6/4. And you can also pay an overload cost, but usually our opponents will definitely be dead by then. Next up, we have Invigorate. For 2 and a green, we have an instant that says target creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn. However, we're not going to be paying that 3 because if you control a forest rather than pay Invigorate's mana cost, you may have an opponent gain 3 life. And since we're doing Infect damage, life isn't going to even matter at this point. Next up, we're running 4 copies of Praise Vengeance, a 1 forest card. It's an instant with target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn, and Rebound. If you cast this spell from your hand, exile it as it resolves. At the beginning of your next upkeep, you may cast this card from exile without paying its mana cost. Very good for if our opponents are still alive or we have an extra opponent, we can just for sure kill them by turn 3. Okay, moving on to our Trample Givers, Massive Might, a 1 forest drop instant card with target creature gets +2/+2 and gains trample until end of turn. Very helpful for getting that Infect damage over any blocking creatures that they may have by turn 1 or 2. Larger Than Life, 1 colorless and a forest is a sorcery that says target creature gets +4/+4 and gains trample until end of turn. Next up, our Proliferate cards, just to finish off our opponents, just in case they're still standing by turn 3. Tezzeret's Gambit coming up first for 3 colorless and a Phyrexian blue mana, which we can pay 2 life for instead of a blue. Draw 2 cards, then Proliferate. Thirsting Roots. For 1 forest, it's a sorcery with choose 1. Search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle, or Proliferate. Okay guys, here's the turn 2 win breakdown. As long as you have Glistener Elf, Scale Up, and Invigorate in your hand with a forest, you are going to be able to pull off this turn 2 win. First by playing the forest and casting Glistener Elf on turn 1. Then turn 2, all you have to do is cast Scale Up, turning Glistener Elf into a 6/4, and giving your opponent 3 life, giving Glistener Elf +4/+4 until end of turn, dealing 10 Infect damage. Now, if you don't eliminate your opponents by turn 2, don't worry, they're going to be gone by turn 3. Using Itch or Claw Myrrh and Blight Mamba, casting them on turn 2, you can then cast these spells on turn 3. Between what you have in your starting hand, between Scale Up, Invigorate, Larger Than Life, Praise of Vengeance, Massive Might, and extra cards in your hand, you definitely will be able to pull off this turn 3 win pretty consistently if it's not finished by turn 2. Alright guys, that is going to be it for today for our turn 2 to 3 win Infect deck that is going on a budget. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and have a great day.